Eskil, you are the son of...
Wifredo Lam.
Oui.
And
Exactly. I knew already. And what do you think of this show?
oh, I think it's a very moving and it's very impressive show. I mean, we feel like it was overdue, and I think what Christophe managed to do is quite extraordinary, and Beverly too, is to really show the extent of my father's production. And what I like very much here in these various rooms is that instead of just doing a linear presentation, each room presents a moment in my father's life and with very strong paintings. So there's no lull really in the exhibition. That's my feeling. And they, of course, show painting that haven't been shown in a long time. And I hope that it's going to be an eye-opener for the New York audiences and all the people who come to see the show.
Do you think he's still undervalued?
Yes, I do think so, and it's this paradox where he's known yet unknown, like I say. You talk to people in the art world, yes, they know about him, but they can't really locate him. They know he's a part surrealist, he's a part Cuban, and this belonging to so many different movements and ethnicities and countries, I think it confuses people. People like to have a reference or put him in a box. And now I think it's time to see him as this artist who really carries several heritages, and has several
and
cultures.
he's very much of 21st century because
21st century, but
he's much because he's a bridge between so many cultures.
Exactly, and that's exactly where we are at now. I mean, he did his creations in the 20th century, and now I think the world is ready to take him in because the world has come to a point where they are capable of seeing all this and taking in things that are coming from different cultures, and he's a bridge. Exactly that's how you put it. He's a bridge between cultures, a bridge between continents. He comes from Cuba, Chinese ancestry, African ancestry. He moved to Spain, lived in France, in Italy, moved back to Cuba. And
Yes.
he's always been traveling.
Italy, you said?
Yes, the last 20 years he lived in Italy. The ceramics probably that are in display here are made in Italy. All the prints are made in Milan.
And if we compare this show to the one at Centre Pompidou, what can we say?
I think the show at the Pompidou was very important because it had been a long time since my father hadn't had a major exhibition in a large institution. And the idea, I think, of Catherine David, the curator of the show, was to really to reintroduce Lam and to show him in his complexity. And this is, I think, it's a peculiarity of the Pompidou. They like archives, so the exhibition was built around the archives, all the documents, all the letters, all the material that showed how important he was at the time. And here, I think the focus is really on the works. I mean, the works were very important in Paris. Obviously,
yes.
He's a painter.
And also the light. It's lighter. It was dark at Centre Pompidou.
Well, yes.
From what I remember.
Yeah, I don't remember it being, but I remember it really, there was a lot of works and a large presentation. Here there are also the mirror, but there's so much more space. And it makes for a very different reading. You see the paintings, there's lots of white around them, so you can really take in the full scope of the work and appreciate it as such. And I think that is a really strength. And yes, the light and the whole environment here is very conducive to really go into each work. And I think that's one of the strengths of MoMA.
Merci.
Voilà.